When you feel that everything has come to an end, that's when the beginning is just starting. Albert Hubbard. We've all been there, the racing heartbeat, the lowered gaze, the flushed face. Maria recalled that summer evening when she bared her heart to Juan, confessing her feelings. However, the response wasn't what she expected. "I don't feel the same way," he said. Maria's world crumbled. But why? How can a simple word have such power over us? Rejection, the feeling of not being wanted or valued by someone we care about, pierces through us like a spear, tearing us apart and leaving us vulnerable. Human beings, by nature, seek acceptance and connection. We are social beings, and historically, being rejected could mean the difference between life and death. In our modern era, the Stoic philosophy presents a different perspective. Imagine living in a reality where rejection doesn't define you, where your worth isn't dependent on external validation. It's a perspective where rejection is not seen as a failure but as a blessing. This might sound unusual, but to understand it, we must delve into the world of Stoicism and discover how this ancient philosophy can transform our relationship with rejection. In the next few minutes, we'll embark on a journey through time and the mind, unraveling the wisdom of the Stoics and exploring how to apply it in our daily lives. Join me as we understand why rejection, far from being a curse, can be a genuine blessing for you. To comprehend how Stoicism can change our perception of rejection, let's first delve into its roots and understand its principles. Imagine ancient Greece, a world of gods, heroes, and philosophers. In this world, a philosophy emerged that would revolutionize human thought forever: Stoicism. Born in 300 BCE in Athens under the teachings of Zeno of Citium, the philosophical school was named Stoipoikal, meaning the painted porch, where Zeno used to teach. But what is Stoicism, fundamentally? It's a philosophy that teaches us to accept life as it is, recognizing that some things are beyond our control, but we always have control over how we react to them. Traveling from Athens to Rome, we encounter iconic figures of Stoicism who elevated its teachings. Seneca, an advisor to Emperor Nero, offered profound insights into human nature through his letters and essays. He emphasized the importance of living in harmony with nature and accepting both adversities and joys with equanimity. Then there's Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and one of history's most influential thinkers. In his personal journal titled Meditations, he reflected on life, death, and living in accordance with virtue, undeterred by external circumstances. We can't forget Epictetus, a former slave turned renowned Stoic teacher. Epictetus reminded us that it's not external events but our perception of them that disturbs us. These philosophers, through their lives and teachings, demonstrate that regardless of circumstances, we always have the power to choose how we face life. It's this mindset that helps us see rejection not as a threat but as an opportunity. Before delving into how Stoicism aids us in facing rejection, it's crucial to understand that this philosophy isn't a set of rigid rules, rather, it's a way of life, a guide to living with purpose, meaning, and resilience. Each time we experience rejection, it's not the act itself that hurts but how we interpret it. This is a fundamental premise in Stoicism. If we could observe a rejection scene from above, as spectators in a play, we would see a person simply saying no to another. However, in the mind of the rejected, that no transforms into a whirlwind of thoughts and emotions. I'm not good enough. What did I do wrong? Why don't they like me? Epictetus wisely stated, people are not disturbed by things, but by the views they take of them. From this perspective, rejection, like any external event, is essentially neutral. It doesn't have intrinsic positive or negative value, it's merely a fact, a response. The pain or joy we feel is a product of our interpretation. Consider Marco Aurelio's famous quote, "If you are distressed by anything external, it's not the thing that disturbs you, but your judgment about it. And you have the power to revise that judgment right now." What if, instead of seeing rejection as a verdict on our worth, we viewed it as a simple response, a different perspective, or even an opportunity for self-learning and growth. Seneca, in his letters, presents a revolutionary idea: gold is tested by fire, and adversity by strong men. If we adopt this perspective, rejection becomes not a barrier but a challenge, an invitation to question our own judgments, strengthen our resilience, and find deeper purpose in our lives. Changing our perception of rejection is undoubtedly a challenge, but with the tools that Stoicism provides, we can transform this experience into a source of strength and wisdom. In the next chapter, we'll explore exactly how to achieve this. So, you've encountered an obstacle, a wall, a denial before you. The challenge of rejection stands imposing. But have you ever considered that behind that wall might lie a treasure waiting to be discovered, a world of possibilities, learnings, and strengths? Stoics have a unique way of looking at the world. Where many see calamities, they see training. Where most get discouraged, Stoics become stronger. It's this perception that allows them to face any adversity with equanimity and courage, including the dreaded rejection. Let's think about the act of lifting weights. What is it, really? You're subjecting your body to resistance, to an obstacle. But with each lift, your muscles break down to then regenerate, becoming stronger. Rejection, seen through this lens, becomes that resistance that, if faced appropriately, will strengthen our character and resilience. If you still have doubts, consider the lives of great historical figures who faced rejection in ways unimaginable to many. Take Thomas Edison, the inventor of the phonograph and the electric light bulb. It's said that he failed more than 1,000 times before creating a working light bulb. Every time he encountered a setback or rejection of his ideas and prototypes, he didn't give up. Instead, he saw it as an opportunity to learn and improve. Edison himself said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Another inspiring story is that of J.K. Rowling, the author of the globally renowned Harry Potter series. After facing multiple rejections from publishers who didn't see potential in her manuscript, she finally found one that did. But what if Rowling had let those rejections define her worth? As a writer, both stories illustrate how rejection, far from being an end, can be the beginning of something extraordinary. The Stoic wisdom shines when it comes to facing rejection. Instead of avoiding it, the Stoic philosophy encourages us to confront, challenge, and engage in a dialogue with rejection. This dialogue holds the keys to unravel its lessons and allows personal growth. Next time you face a no, think of Edison and Rowling, seeing it as a not yet or an opportunity to explore another path. Rejection isn't the end, it's the start of a new adventure. Ready to embark? Introducing the Stoic Toolkit for Handling Rejection, the dichotomy of control, proposed by Epictetus, divides the world into what we can and cannot control. You can't control how someone feels about you, but you can control your reaction to rejection. This distinction liberates us from trying to manipulate the external world and empowers us to work on our internal responses. Stoics practice indifference, not ignoring emotions but not being ruled by them. Emotions are like the wind, acknowledge their presence, but don't let them uproot you. After rejection, self-analysis is crucial, not for blame but for understanding and learning. Question your emotions and responses to open a conversation with your inner self, finding areas for growth and adjusting your perspective. Practical exercises. Try the Stoic Journal Challenge, spending 5 minutes each night reflecting on your day, especially rejections or challenges. This daily practice enhances self-awareness. Confront rejection by facing a fear during the next week, whether small or large. The goal is not a yes, but overcoming the fear of rejection and learning from the experience. The empowering part is facing challenges armed with Stoic wisdom, turning rejection from a terrifying monster into a kind teacher always ready to guide you toward a stronger and wiser version of yourself. Rejection benefits: strengthening resilience and character, discovering better paths aligned with your purpose, and fostering self-knowledge and improvement. Rejection is not a curse but an opportunity. Embrace it with wisdom and courage, and it can lead you to unexpected corners of self-discovery and growth. In the Stoic journey, we've learned that rejection is not a condemnation but an opportunity. Look at rejection with a new perspective, not as punishment but as a disguised blessing. It's a gift that, accepted with wisdom and courage, can lead you to uncharted realms of self-discovery and growth. Explore how other life challenges can be blessings in disguise because, ultimately, as the ancient sages said, it's not events that disturb us but our perceptions of them. In this brief yet profound journey through Stoicism, we've navigated its waters, understanding how this ancient philosophy can illuminate our modern path. Despite the momentary pain, rejection is a silent teacher inviting us to grow, strengthen our character, and reevaluate our life paths. Viewed through the Stoic lens, rejection is not a condemnation but an opportunity. Dear listener, the next time you face rejection, consider it from a new perspective, not as punishment but as a disguised blessing, a gift that, if accepted with wisdom and courage, can lead you to unexpected corners of self-discovery and growth. If you've made it this far, I deeply thank you for your dedicated time. Before you go, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Here are 2 videos you might find interesting. Take care, and until next time.